Hi Mom, happy 70th birthday.
On behalf of our family and Jenna and Andy, we wanted to put together something to show you how truly special you are. All of your friends and family love you so much.
So sit back, relax, enjoy a large glass of your favorite Riesling, and enjoy the show.
One word to describe Margie is lady.
Genuine and generous.
Perfection.
Genteel. An M&M. Perfect on the outside and sweet on the inside.
A treasure.
One word to describe Margie is terrific.
Loving. And wait, I have to put in two more. She's always there.
Caring.
Loving. She loves all of her family and friends unconditionally, which is really incredible.
I'd be compassionate because you're one of the most compassionate people, most caring people that I've ever met in my life, and you seem to put everyone else before you.
Generous.
When anybody needs a friend, you're the first one who's there. When anybody needs a shoulder to cry on or somebody to laugh with, you're always there.
When Marge and I were looking for gowns for our children's weddings, she and I went down to Newbury Street and we were trying them on. And we tried on this one gown and both of us fell in love with that gown. And Marge said to me, "You should have it for your Jeffrey's wedding." And nobody else would do such a thing.
One of my favorite memories of Margie is from this recent weekend that we spent with her in the Hamptons. Margie always wants to see a celebrity, so she asked us probably 7 times if we could find her a celebrity to see. Margie, I promise you one day I will help you meet a celebrity.
For whatever reason, what comes to my mind right now is I just cleaned my shoes. I remember you telling me the only reason you actually got an A in gym class growing up was because your mother actually cleaned your shoes, so I thought that was pretty relevant.
The one that has always made me laugh is when Jay and Jeff were about 9 or 10, I think, and playing at my house. When you came to pick Jeff up, you pulled into my driveway, Jeff got into the back seat, and we continued to talk for a while. On your way home, you were talking to Jeff but got no response. So you turned around and looked and didn't see him. You panicked. Jay and Jeff were still in the backyard playing. He had gotten bored waiting for us to finish our conversation and just got out and continued to play.
Andrew Levin was born on August 18th and Debbie Grossman was born on August 19th. Her due date was not just yet. And I called you because I thought maybe I was in labor, having not really gone into labor ever before. And you talked me through the things that I should be looking for from your hospital bed, and guess what? You were right. So we have you to thank for getting Debbie born on the day she was.
One of my favorite memories of Margie was when Jeff and I came to Wayland to visit. I think we were newly engaged and I got really ill. I remember being curled up in a fetal position in the basement and Jeff was just sitting there doing nothing. And Margie came down and had all these remedies, one of which was ice chips. And she was rubbing my head and she was feeding me ice chips and I was thinking to myself, I could really get used to this. This is not a bad family to join. And then I thought, holy crap, she's been doing this to my husband-to-be for how many years? I'm never gonna compare. Thank you for nursing me back to health then, and thank you for everything that you've done since then. We are incredibly lucky to have you in our life. You always know exactly what we need, how to help us. Happy 70th birthday to the best mother, mother-in-law, and Mimi.
You have always been the most caring and loving and thoughtful mother that I could ever ask for. One time that I think you may have taken it a little bit too far was on my 24th or 25th or 26th birthday, I forget which. I was working at Morgan Stanley. I had been out of college for a few years, and you sent me a birthday cake. And I was obviously very surprised. Happy to get it because the cake was from Carnegie Deli, which had a phenomenal chocolate cake. But I think people on my floor were surprised as well because I don't think they'd ever seen anybody's parents send a birthday cake to their workplace. But I appreciated it. And I can honestly tell you now, after 14 years of working on Wall Street, it's the only time that I have ever seen anybody's parents send a birthday cake. But in any event, I know it was sent with love and much care. I love you very much. I wish you many, many more happy and healthy birthdays.
My friendship with Margie developed while watching our sons Jeff and Mike play basketball. Margie and I used to commiserate with each other about the roads and our boys on the bus. And now these boys are all grown up and have sons of their own to worry about. So Margie, make a full court press to have a slam dunk birthday, surrounded by family and friends on your home court.
We're taking Andy and Andrew to their first Red Sox game, age 6. This man, several seats to the left of Alan, decides he's in the mood for some peanuts. Signals the guy, have the famous peanut toss, and then he passes down $20. Now we're passing back the change. Joel, myself, Andrew, Andy, Margie. Margie, thinking it was Alan's money, starts organizing the money. She's got the 10, she's got the 1s, she's 5, putting it all in order. Then once she had it in order, she decided no, there were some crinkled edges. She's smoothing them out, putting them back in order, and then finally satisfied after a very methodical job, hands it to Alan, having no idea that this man, several seats to the left, is standing, just looking at her like she's lost it. And that's our befuddled Peanut Man story. Happy birthday, Margie. I love you.
Hi, Marge. It's tough to believe you hit 70. Somebody told me you were 40, I'd believe it. The last 41 years of my life have been the best, thanks to you.
One word to describe you, Mom, is comforting.
You're lovely and you're sweet.
Savvy.
Beautiful.
His girlfriend in its purest sense.
Selfless.
Say Mimi!
Drew, Mimi!
Mimi! Margie is the most selfless person I can ever imagine.
The word we think of to describe Margie is
Vivacious.
vivacious.
I consider you my ethical consultant. When I'm in a quandary, which way to go? Angel or devil? I know that I can count on you to point out the better way.
My favorite memory with Margie is 30 plus years of celebrating our September birthdays and Alan and Warren's June birthdays. Margie, I feel so lucky to have you in my life and treasure our friendship. Happy special birthday, dear friend. May all your wishes come true.
Hi, Margie. In honor of your special birthday, I decided to dress up with my party gloves. My very dearest and favorite is the day in the summer when I called to tell you that I was so thrilled that I was finally pregnant, and Alan said that you couldn't come to the phone because you were throwing up because you didn't feel well. And I got off the phone and turned to Mike and said, I think Margie's pregnant too. And thank God you were, and I got to share raising our children and giving birth to our children and all of those wonderful experiences with you, and that was just the best.
My favorite memory of Margie is when Ben was in the hospital and she would come by many mornings with coffee and muffins and Margie's wonderful warmth and compassion. That is just a wonderful memory. She's just a wonderful, wonderful friend.
The first night we met, when she and Alan were actually on their very first date, and we were doubling. We had tickets to the Longwood Cricket Club in Newton, and when we arrived, it was pouring rain. So we decided quickly to go to the movies instead. It was quite obvious from that first night that Alan was smitten, and Alan and I liked Margie a lot immediately. So we knew she was going to be a keeper. The past over 40 years, we have had a very long history together and a close relationship. So Margie, I wish you all the best, a happy, happy birthday on this special birthday, and you are a special friend, and I love you.
1975, when Matt and I were first married. Matt and Margie are cousins, and it was really the first time I had lived in an apartment. I was just 2 years out of college, and I didn't know the first thing about what to do. So Margie stepped in as my big sister. I learned from her what I needed to do to set up my apartment, how to have people over and what to serve and how to make everything fun. And Margie was always a lot of fun. I would say she's been the most gracious, the most wonderful, and very dear friend. And I wish you a very happy birthday, Margie.
Of course, we all know that Margie is the quintessential lady who doesn't have one mean bone in her entire body. But there is a darker side to Margie. I know because, as I said, I have been her partner in crime. We are both addicted to Party Favor's birthday cake. At celebratory functions, Margie and I hover impatiently while salivating until the birthday cake is finally served. After we're done with the first humongous piece, she and I are always asking for another piece of birthday cake, except this time even a bigger piece. Well, Margie, I hope that this milestone birthday brings you a mile-high Party Favors birthday cake. Happy, happy birthday. I wish you many more decades of wonderful birthdays, each with a really big, humongous birthday cake. Love you.
The two of us took a trip to New York City to visit our grandchildren. I was at the bookstore and I got an absolutely frantic call from Margie telling me to drop everything I was doing, hop a cab, and come immediately to Lauren and Jeff's apartment. She didn't say why, but she said just come immediately. When I got there, she had already solved the problem, and the problem was she couldn't figure out how to put those Dr. Brown baby bottles together, and Drew was hungry. He was a happy camper by the time I got there, and Margie and I had a great laugh over the whole situation.
Margie and Alan came to visit us in Maine in July 2016, and we were having a lovely afternoon at the beach when a storm began to approach. Well, the Levins and the Finkles decided to ride it out. The rain came, thunder and lightning also, and the four of us didn't move. The air was beautiful, always put together, Margie, totally soaked, water dripping off her hat, laughing uncontrollably. The rain would start to let up and then come back with a vengeance, and Margie was just hysterical. Every time it rained harder, Margie would laugh harder. We were almost wetting our pants, but we were so wet it didn't matter. I kept saying, no one will ever believe you did this, Margie. We've certainly been together through good weather and bad, and I am certain that nothing will rain on our parade. Happy birthday, Margie. I love you.
Right before Jeffrey's bar mitzvah, you called me in a panic and said, I need help. I'm scared to light a match, and I have to light the Shabbat candles. You were so worried that you would embarrass Jeffrey. So you came over, we sat down at my kitchen table with books and books of matches and tons of candles. You practiced lighting match after match until finally you did it. There was no way you weren't going to get it right. And Margie, that's who you are. You get everything right. You have taught me how to be the best friend, how to be the best mother, and how to make the best brownies. You've also taught me that yellow rubber gloves are truly a fashion statement. In honor of your special birthday and our special friendship, I toast you with a glass of Riesling, and 2 flavors of M&Ms. Happy special birthday. I love you, girlfriend.
It's 10 p.m. It's 1982. It's a Saturday night. We're having dinner, the 4 of us in my dining room. Oh no, it's not 4, it's 6. Because Jeffrey and Lisa, who never went to sleep, are both in their little buckets sitting beside us in the dining room. That was hilarious and we'll never forget it.
Our favorite memory of Margie is having Margie, Alan, and little Andy to our pool on Deer Run. Margie, you will have to explain everything to everyone later on. To many more happy and healthy birthdays, love, Holly and Barry.
You have been the best companion house hunting that anybody I ever know. You even went out at 8 o'clock at night because we heard that there was a condo for sale, and you went and met the people, knocked on the door at 8 o'clock at night, and went in and looked at the place and decided I should definitely go look at it. How many friends would do that?
Selfless. I don't know anybody who's happier for a friend when they tell them something good, or is more anxious to help a friend who has a problem. I love you very much. You're very, very special, and let's hope we have 70 more years of good health and happiness together. Love you.
One word to describe Margie is kind. And she's thoughtful, generous, and wonderful too. For family and friends, there's nothing she won't do. She's loyal and loving and beautiful too. On the inside and out, as a friend, she's true blue. She excels at all roles, wife, mother, and friend, but her newest role as Drew's grandma brings her such joy to no end. So Margie, you deserve to be queen for the day. May you have good health and happiness all along the way. We toast to your birthday and wish you good cheer, today, tomorrow, and all through the year. Happy birthday, Margie.